first we want to just thank everyone for coming from far, from near. We're not going to do that whole anniversary dance of who was the longest of being married and who came the longest, but on behalf of myself and Angie and Mia, who is being super shy, and all of you guys really came for her, not us, we understand that. Just want to thank our parents first. Of course, without you, we wouldn't be here. But also the help in putting this whole thing together.
Yeah, thank you for everybody being here. We're overwhelmed with the love that we feel tonight. And I will get emotional if I don't keep talking. But we're really happy to have everybody here celebrating with us.
So thank you, everybody here, being part of our lives. That's why you're here. Yes, you are here because we did get married 4 weeks ago, but we are here because, And I know this will probably come up in one of these speeches, but yes, I finally got married, blah, 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 blah. But this is a celebration with everyone that we love, that is close. So look, we got the drinks flowing, we're gonna have some great food, we got these tunes that are gonna be hidden. So this is a party and a celebration, so everyone just relax. Let's have some fun. And then Mia, do you have anything to say?
You got anything you want to say?
All right, thank you. And then, of course, I don't know what the agenda is. It's not I'm gonna give it back to the DJ so she can do her professional thing.
I'm gonna let Abby come up for her speech. Michigan, which if you're not from Michigan, it's right here. Yes. Anyone with a hand? Yes, we're from Michigan. Okay, great, thank you. Angie and I go way back. Our first memories, I'm already starting. Our first memories are from kindergarten, probably bonding over some sort of Lisa Frank accessory. Yeah. After kindergarten, we went to different schools, but we reconnected in 6th grade. Knowing what I know now, God brought us back together. Woo. We spent many nights in middle school mixing cranberry juice and orange juice in wine glasses, thinking that we were just so cool. Which by high school had turned into house parties, and my mother is still finding beer cups in our basement, so she's loving it 20 years later. I bought Angie her first Taylor Swift CD, and she introduced me to Whitney Houston. Yes. Both of which we sang screaming at the top of our lungs, driving around, skipping school, in my convertible. We went to Hawaii for our senior year spring break, and in true Angie fashion, it was a little more Girls Gone Mild instead of Girls Gone Wild. As we headed into our college years, it was less about education and more about life lessons, including but not limited to how to get tattoos that your parents don't know about, how to attend a rap concert, of which the rapper has not aged well, and then how to not get caught up with a cute John Mayer lookalike bartender. Fast forward almost a decade, Angie was the maid of honor in our wedding. Woo! Thank you. And she was my first call when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. Get it together. Thanks. Now that we're moms, I can't wait to watch our kiddos grow up together, side by side. And Mia, when you're ready, look at me, little girl. I can't wait to teach you about how your mom used to be a rebel, but can you please not return the favor? That would be great. Throughout this time, our love of the show Friends has never wavered. So as the Monica to your Rachel, now that you're found your lobster, I'm like 98% happy for you. Yeah. So, Jonathan, this man has somehow survived being best friends with my husband for 40 years. 40 years. Honestly, that says a lot more about John's loyalty because when I first met John, he was, let's just say he was a very busy man. He had a whole roster of women that could have built a basketball team that could have been formers. Okay? I would get really tired of being fake friends with all the girls, like there were just so many nuts. But then little Angela, she walked into his life. And one night after a few cocktails, John leaned over to me and goes, I'm gonna marry this girl one day. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. But here we are 5 years later, and he pulled it off, right? Angie was the only woman, stick with me, who could get John to retire his roster and commit to building a lifelong game of one-on-one. Alright, here's the tough part, but in all seriousness, Jonathan, I want to say thank you. Got it. Yeah.
We love you.
Thank you for being relentless about being with my best friend. Got it. Thank you for loving her deeply, respecting her fully, and growing with her constantly. You are her safe space, and the way you protect her head and her heart is one of the things I appreciate the most about you. You treat her with the care and respect she deserves, and your tenacity to build a legacy with her and for your family is truly admirable. Something profound about love and marriage, but as Angie shared at our wedding, I think Friends has already said it best. So your love is a love based on giving and receiving, as well as having and sharing. And the love that they give and have is shared and received. And through this having and giving and sharing and receiving, we too can share and love and have and receive. So Angie, may your life together always be full of giving and sharing, and just the right amount of receiving.
Alright. Just gonna read through this because there's a lot. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Eric. Y'all know who I am. Just gonna get straight to it. There's a lot of intricate bits in a short amount of time. John and I were just boys in the neighborhood. Really good place in Castleton. I was at 85-30 Fairway Trails. He was at 85-70 Fairway Trails. To be honest with you, y'all will notice me every once in a while. We visit that place just if we remember where we came from. We pretty much hang out every day, robotics, football, hooping at Sound Park, and chasing girls. One of my favorite memories includes was John's first kiss. To help expedite his training, me and a friend say, let's watch the movie Boomerang. To get him ready for his scheduled meetup. Everything went according to plan until John locks the lift right as Furman drives by and does a double take. It's probably the most I've ever seen Furman in my entire life. And John just basically walks home knowing he's in trouble as we cheer him on for his accomplishment and his breakthrough. Okay, fast forward. Things escalated once I started driving. He was rolling with me everywhere, hanging with my crew, and honestly, you couldn't tell John was a young one. He fit right in, truth be told, probably the smoothest one in the group, and he charmed everyone, especially the ladies. Now, over the years, I've seen a lot. Heavy rotation. Now you can see where I met all of you, but over time, I've developed a John timeline of dating. In my mind, they won't last 3 months. All right? Hold on, I lost my spot. Good. If you last 3 months, within 6 months, there's an upgrade. Anything after 6 months, there's a couple already on deck. You're just trying to decide how to break it off. If you met Betty and Furman, you had a chance and just messed it up. To sum it up, the odds of success were low, but you had to be a very special woman, which brings me to Angie. Now, they know this story very well. The last person I wanted on this boy's roster was Angie. I'm going to be honest, I was not a fan of the reunion at first, but I definitely saw it coming. And here's my story why I saw that. One weekend, Angie's in town to visit. John and I were downstairs watching the game, just chilling. The girls were getting ready to go out, right? And you hear the girls coming down the stairs, clap, clap, clap down the steps. And all of a sudden, Angie walks by in these black leather pants. And John looked at her, and I was like, oh, damn. I just saw it. So he's trying to play it off, being real cool and everything, but I could tell he couldn't take his eyes off of her. He was basically locked in at that point. So I'm like, bro, this is my wife's best friend. You're like, you can't put her on the roster and not give her a max deal after this, bro. Like, this could change up the whole dynamic, so it's not gonna stop it. Like, just don't mess this up, bro. Now, in my mind, I'm like, great. I heard my story before here, like 6 months. I'm like, thinking it's gonna be inevitable, it's gonna be a breakup or whatever. Like, they won't be able to hang out anymore. But for me personally, I need to see them make it 6 months. 8 months. So was it 8? Okay. So after that, we're together every single weekend, and the 8th-month anniversary hit when they met us for a trip in college. And we picked him up from the airport because me and Abby got there sooner. And this dude comes out, shades on, and basically hands up saying, we made it. And Angie is like, now what? We're here. So at that point, it's like, I never formally apologized. I'm sorry. All right? So, anyway, what that said, man, this is making me so nervous. I don't know if John's gonna be mad at me or not. So I shouldn't have doubted y'all. In closing, y'all know me and John as best friends. I'm gonna say, man, the moment we met, we became brothers. And I think everybody knows that. We've had some moments, held each other accountable, but the number one rule was we would be successful together. I love you, bro. We had a very continuous journey, and little did we know, there will be 2 girls in Michigan who were about to embark on their journey who would change our lives forever. Mia, your dad is the best. You were set up for the very moment you were born, and I can't wait to see the woman you're going to become and then to be. Angie, just let John love you. DPU franchise made you his #1 pick and all-time GOAT. Your impact has been felt in so many ways across his family and mine. I've never been happier to be wrong about something, even if I still reminds me about it all the time. I love you guys. Let's raise our glasses to John and Angie. May your love continue to grow, and this best friend crew make the happiest of memories with all the amazing people in this room. I love you, bro. Hardest thing for you to do, man. And I'm so nervous because I wanted to get this perfect for you, and I'm just gonna do the best I can. I love you.
So as many of you know, Angie is a speech pathologist. I've known her since 2018 when she was my mentor and colleague at my first job as a speech pathologist. I was a baby in my career, and she took me under her wing with all of her kindness and compassion and taught me more than I can share with you all today. Working so closely together, we became best friends and ended up living together during the pandemic. Something I hadn't known about Angie when we moved in was that she doesn't really like to cook. So I cooked for us. We were working opposite shifts at the hospital, so while she was at work during the day, I was Holly homemaking, making her dinner, and sometimes like a full from scratch dessert situation, so that she could come home, have a good meal, and then I went off to work for my late night shift. During the time of us living together was also the time that I met John, or I heard of John. Since it was a pandemic, I couldn't really officially meet this man that she was giggle texting on the couch with, or talking on the phone before bed with, or having come to stay at the apartment, and I couldn't meet him at the apartment because she kicked me out to stay at Airbnbs. I'm just kidding. No, I did that. I'm joking there. She would never do that. It was my idea. I gladly wanted to leave to give him space. We were good roommates like that. So Ange would also come down to Indy to spend time with John at his place. And after one of his visits, or one of their visits, she came back and she said, "Emma, I don't think he owns much silverware. There's like nothing in his kitchen. And there's only condiments in the fridge." And you know, like being the chef in our little apartment relationship, I was like, who is this guy? You know, how does he eat? How is he going to keep her fed? I have no idea. So this is when I learned that John doesn't like to cook either. No, baby! No! Okay, I'm getting to that. So, a casserole of commitment. Just kidding. They don't own a casserole dish. I am so happy that I got to witness, though, this is the serious part, the beginning of their relationship, that very start, the very spark that set this whole next chapter of Angie's life, of their lives, of Mia's life, into action. And I love watching you love John and Mia. It's so truly beautiful. Over our years of friendship, you have taught me so much about grace and forgiveness, unrelenting compassion, and deep loyalty, and you get this so effortlessly to your family. John, it is so clear how much you love Angie and how much you honor her and appreciate her friendship. She can be her absolute true self around you, and she just like absolutely shines when you look at her. And for all of this and for more, I love you dearly.
We love you.
Lastly, Angie, I'm glad you have someone to provide dinners for you like I used to. Even if he doesn't cook, he always keeps you fed with takeout and love. I love you so much, both of you, so much. I'm so happy to be here tonight to celebrate your love. It has been the most amazing journey to watch you both. I love you more than anything. So cheers to Angie and John.
Why are you so close to us right now? I can't believe they gave us this mic after an open bar. So here we go.
People were asking, are you going to tell the story about the time in high school John threw a party at Betty and Furman's when they were out of town? And he was a police officer, came in full uniform to the door, and John ran from his own house. There was stories about Charles and John on Jackson Street. We're not going to tell them. Mainly because they incriminate us too. So, before we go, we'll give you the credentials for grabbing the mic. I'm Adam Broderick. I'm Betty's vanilla son, as she refers to me. His freshman year, my sophomore year in high school. Sophomore year in high school. There we go. We attended DePaul together, we lived together. I taught him how to do dishes. Angie, you're welcome. He didn't apply that skill until he moved out, but he does know how to do it.
And my name is Grant. John and I started off with a hate-hate relationship. I would say we met 25 years ago in high school, and you'd be shocked to hear this. But at the age of 14, John had an irrationally high level of confidence. And a mouth that never stopped. So we didn't see eye to eye. But over the years, we ran in the same circles in the highest streets of Rockville. We found common ground. In fact, my mom, who many of you knew well, at one point told me in my late 20s that if I would never find a partner if I didn't stop romancing with John Owens. Sorry, Mom.
So I know it feels like we're kind of on the final episode of The Bachelor tonight. Before we get to the champagne and the happily ever after, I thought we maybe take a trip down memory lane on the journey this village has been on with John. So let's rewind back to 1996, John's freshman year in high school when he found his first true love. And then the junior on the basketball team decided it was going to be his true love.
So, like on the basketball court, John rebounded quickly and found his.
We're not going to go down the whole thing, John. Don't worry. We're just going to hit the highlights.
So things were pretty smooth until John decided to start a two-guard lineup. You know, getting caught at Caston Square Mall, holding hands with the Lawrence Central co-ed, while simultaneously dating someone at Rebuff, made Monday at school entertaining? He's sweating, by the way. We got him sweating.
After a couple semi-successful relationships in high school, John moved on to Paul, and he spent more time in the classroom and on the basketball court than he did on dates. So as Fergie might have asked, where is the love? Well, that's post-graduation.
And that's where this episode of The Bachelor gets real good. For the Pacer fans in the house, that's what's up. And to conceal the identities of the guilty, we have substituted former girlfriends' names for former Pacers. There was Jermaine O'Neal, big talent, big upside, had a mean right hand though. Y'all know what I'm talking about during the Cavs balls in the 2000s, right?
So then we get to the Lance Stephenson era. High energy, fun, a regular dance machine. A little too much vodka, the signed ponytail blowing in LeBron's ear in the playoffs, that one had to go.
Things went really sideways through the Jamal Tinsley chapter. All those tickets, fines, other legal fees were cheap. So Jamal helped himself to John's identity and got a car loan.
And finally, the Ron Artest season. Ron shared John's love of shoes, sports, seemed like the perfect teammate. And then, the malice in the palace. Figuratively, not literally. Post-brawl, John's family was in town. We joined hands in prayer in John's house. And he would see the light that Ron was not the teammate for him. And luckily, after a little more help from Furman and Betty in there, he agreed. So, Like every great franchise, you weather the chaos. You endure the down years, and you wait for your savior. And hallelujah, John found Tyrese Halliburton.
And thank goodness for Abby introducing us all to Angie. And thank God for John surviving the inquisition that Eric and Abby put him through before that relationship even started. Angie, you are sexy. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're funny, you can cut a rug, you're gracious, easy to talk to, and now you're a wonderful mother.
We've known him for decades. As you can see, this isn't our first love experience with John. But this is the first time he said, she's the one, and we believed him. Angie, you've changed his life, his perspective, and together you've created a beautiful family. Uncle John, our kids, is now daddy to Mia. And you can take all that love that Miss Betty and Furman poured into you over the years and poured it into those two beautiful ladies there.
That's right.
So, before we get this dance party started, let's put a glass in the air one more time to Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Owens. Hallelujah.
Congrats, Angie and John. I'm so happy for you. I love you. Can't wait to celebrate you. Are you not videoing right now, are you?
Oh, this is part of the bloopers.
Are you like talking to myself in my head?